It's very important for pastors to make sure that their own marriages are thriving in the area of communication, in the areas of gospel application, because we not only pastor out of our seminary experience, we not only pastor out of our ministry experience. When you look at the qualifications for being a pastor, one of the most important ones is out of our example. And so we've got to tend to our own marriages, and you'll find this is more and more important the more you're involved in helping other people in their marital crises. That we've got to make sure that we are tending to ourselves. So what is one thing that we could do? I would say absolutely make sure that your wife is heard and understood, and that if there's any trouble in the relationship, if she's just not being heard, that she has a pastor she can go to. If maybe it's not a pastor, it's another trusted friend, but create the opportunity as pastors for a clear pathway for your wife. I serve on a large team. I'm one of 12 pastors at our church. And so Gina knows that if I'm not hearing her, she is totally free to reach out and get a pastor's help so that I can come under that man's care and the two of us can actually work on our relationship.
I think the thing that comes to mind that would be the most important thing regarding this topic for pastors is I'm in full agreement with Rob that to make sure that your marriage is healthy. And it doesn't mean that you don't go through seasons of trouble and trial, but it does mean that foundationally and at its core, your marriage is healthy. And if it's not, if you're taking an assessment of your marriage and you're finding that it's not, then to seriously consider pulling back your responsibilities at church and focusing on your marriage and getting the support you need from the elders or deacons or other pastors' leadership in your church to give you that space to focus on your marriage, to make your marriage healthy, which then makes you more effective for the kingdom work that you've been called to do.
Let me just add this. If you're a solo pastor of a small church and you can't pull back, it only heightens the importance of the proactive work of this, of making sure that the people in your church are not the only ones who get your best, but that your wife and your children and your own household gets your best, so that you're never in a place where you need to consider needing to pull back.